My name is Daria. I am account executive at Splitmetrics. Last time, my colleague was presenting an A/B testing loop we use in Splitmetrics, and today I decided to dive deeper and share how A/B testing and custom product pages can help you up to pinpoint your ideal audience and boost conversions. But before we go straight to the topic, let me share some facts about me. I've been working in marketing for more than 6 years already. I started my career in PR for fashion business, and since COVID appeared, I decided to move in app marketing and broaden my horizons here at the moment. I initiated my journey on handling influencer marketing performance-based campaigns for app and mobile publishers worldwide, and currently I'm working and specifying my knowledge in app store optimization, user acquisition, and engagement strategies. So I believe that I'm at the right place I should be because at Splitmetrics, we help top mobile first companies to simplify their journey to business success. To simplify this slide, we create marketing tools and services that help app marketers, growth hackers, and overall R&D departments to simplify their journey to success. So let's begin the topic. I believe we all talked today a lot about IDFA and how it changed our day-to-day routine as marketers. What I would like to point out that due to tracking limitations, publishers want and actually need to get as much information about user preferences as possible. As with metrics, we have been handling A/B testing for more than 7 years, and initially the product was launched to help mobile publishers to create engaging apps and games and actually help to cover App Store optimization. But what we see now, our tool is about validating your audience because what we do as the process, we help you to emulate a product page and create a user acquisition funnel and check it out before the product is actually launched in the real App Store. So today I would like to share some best practices we implement in terms of A/B testing and audience testing in particular, and share some cases, of course. Let's probably start with the pro tips we have in terms of audience validation. I believe all of you will agree with me that by solely focusing on your current audience, you could lose your potential. So we always recommend to dive deeper and look at different subcategories or even categories, as your new audience can be hidden there. Of course, we recommend to experiment with various demographic settings to discover new changes to implement in your user acquisition strategy. Today, we'll cover some topics on how we can help to validate these ideas with the help of A/B testing. Also, I believe all of you will agree that A/B testing of creatives is also important. We talked about it quite a couple of times already today. So I would definitely recommend to assess your current creatives and look and check for new fresh ideas with the help of A/B testing to create engaging creatives, of course. Another hint we recommend to A/B test is, of course, evaluating various ad channels and compare CVR and CPI. As a recent A/B test we had with one of the publishers, we have been comparing TikTok ads and Facebook ads for their new upcoming title, and we find out that TikTok ads could actually bring same quality users, but in more cost-effective way. So you can try it out and check whether it's suitable source for your product or not. Of course, I would recommend to test with various target settings because in addition to choosing and prioritizing specific ad channels, it's important to test different target settings and find out what new ideas could work for you. And last but not least, always keep the loop going because as market changes, so change the user behavior and the trends. To sum up, what are key marketing challenges that could be solved with the help of A/B testing? Of course, if you don't manage to break through your current CVR, you would like to decrease the CPA and grow your retention rate, try an A/B test new ideas. Identify your target audience, understand your market size, fill in the gaps in market insights and user analytics. Of course, you're able to design user acquisition strategy for the changing market and the current market. Today, we'll show you a couple of examples. Of course, it's great to create competitive analysis with the help of A/B testing. For example, on our platform, we provide an opportunity to see the TTR on your app and the app of your competitors with the help of A/B testing, search, and category pages. So it's a nice hint to make such type of competitive analysis for the pre-launch titles as well. And I would also like to mention that with the help of A/B testing, in a couple of days, you have possibility to get qualitative feedback whether your idea worth investing time and money of your company. I believe it's high time to get to the cases. And I would like to start with the case of Ethermax. Ethermax came to us with the request on A/B testing and find out whether the archetypes they have chosen for their new pre-launch title is worth wasting time and money. In this specific case, Ethermax chose two archetypes: people aged 40 to 50 with motivation of challenge, and people over 50 years old with motivation of self-improvement. As you can see on the slide, we have created different sets of screenshots which were depicting specific motivations of each archetypes. The team created a generic ad campaign on Facebook and started to send traffic on Spotmetrics Optimize, where we have emulated the product pages and were collecting user behavior data. As a result, we find out that variation B1, the one where users were interested in self-improvement and knowledge. This version was the one with fewer views but more clicks, which is important for us to get conversions and money at the end. I would decided to showcase you the feedback of Gisela, as I believe it's very important to point out three main facts how A/B testing can help your business. First of all, it helps you to offer a more close product for your audience. You have an option to validate your ideas before the product is launched. It's a great opportunity to consolidate strengths and powers between app store optimization team and user acquisition teams, because the insights they get on the pre-launch they're able to implement when the product is live, or even prepare in advance all the assets using the insights you get from A/B testing. And last but not least, with the help of A/B testing, here we have tested a profitable user acquisition strategy with much lower CPI. So you have an option to get the insights and bring more value to your current strategy. All other cases I would like to show you in the format of user workflow scheme, so it will be more applicable to test in your own business. So in this specific case, strategy RPG title, which has more than 10 million downloads, decided to validate how broadening the audience will influence conversions. In this case, we have been creating a Facebook ads campaign with two different ad sets. Let's call RPG ad set the ad set of the current audience, and ad set broad is the new audience the team would like to validate. We have been transferring all of the users to the emulated product page, which looks 100 the same as the page in their real store, to understand how users behave in it. As a result, we find out that the broad ad set showed better performance, and after implementing this insight in the user acquisition strategy, the conversions uplift in the real app store was up to 17%. As you can see, for such like a big title, it's a great investment in terms of getting early insights. In this specific case, in addition to emulated product page, we have added a survey, and there are lots of contradictory discussions in terms of whether implement a survey in your market research and user testing or not. I would tell that it's very important to create, first of all, short and concrete questions. With the help of multiple answer, users will be able to give you more replies. And of course, it's good to ask something that resonates within the visitors' requirements, like what feature they would prefer, which character is the most attractive, what levels they would rather like to add in the game, and etc. In this specific case, we have been comparing which type of market it's better to invest money in, UK or US. As a result of this experiment, UK audience performed 3 times higher. Nevertheless, publisher decided to come up with to test one more time US region, but taking into considerations insight that were taken through the experiments. Also, a great option to A/B test is to find new audience for the new gameplay. In this specific case, casual and mid-core publisher decided to change the gameplay and find out which audience for the game will suit better. I would tell you first of all that a publisher specifically thought that younger audience will win, but after we created an A/B test, we find out that ad set with audience older than 30 years old won. So, as probably the recommendation, even I believe all of you are highly experienced on the market. It's always great to validate your ideas to finally find out whether audience thinks the way you do. And last but not least, I believe the topic of retaining former players is one of the most important for all publishers. And in this specific case, Match 3 title with more than 100 millions of downloads decided to test new concept to return the gamers back. Here, the company has created different type of concepts. So actually, they have been testing different art styles for the game. Let's call strategic and show concept. In this specific case, we find out the strategic concept showed better performance for men, and show concept showed better performance among women. And here is the question asks: how shall we diversify our audience with such significantly different visions and interests if we want to retain all of them? One of such example of diversification will be custom product pages. But before we move to them, I would like to share some A/B testing strategy we follow in-house and recommend our clients to do in order not to look like the hero of this meme. First of all, you are to develop the hypothesis. You are to find out what you're trying to test and how you'll be measuring the results. I believe it's the most important at the very beginning, because when we'll get back to the step C, you will understand why it's needed. And first of all, you need to build your hypothesis based on the real pain points of your current product. You need to find something that should be fixing and think of ways to potentially fix it. Um, Second step is set the parameters. You are to find out which segments of audience will be participating in the experiment. So insights on which type of audience you would like to find out. You need to understand the size and length of the experiment, and of course the cost, how much money you're ready to spend on getting these insights. Um, if you have more than one idea, it's very important to put in order the steps, especially on the pre-launch stage when we start to validate global idea, then go to validate features and audience. It's very important not to go vice versa and mix the cases, because every iterative test influences on the next one you will be creating. And third and very important step is evaluating the data. You are to analyze results through this what prism. So we get back to the beginning. You know what hypothesis you're trying to test, and which and how you will be measuring the results. We always recommend don't neglect non-significant results, just because I believe everyone who have been come across with A/B testing, you know that it's not always the type of the experiment or the hypothesis where you get 100% winning variation. So we always recommend to dive deeper into the metrics, as there are no poor experiments. There, the numbers you can take into consideration to bring a better hypothesis or better result at the end. And last but not least, you are to share the results with the team. I believe if you're a product manager who are handling A/B tests, it's great to share the results with product marketing team. If if you're working with app store optimization, it's also great to share your insights with user acquisition teams, because they will be very glad to see and understand better the users you are targeting it. After we have collected all of the insights, it's great to try and practice them on implementing in custom product pages. As in December 2021, Apple introduced custom product pages, and later next year, new ad placements in Apple Search were rolled out. I believe all of you know how custom product pages know. In this slide, I have depicted some main facts on how you can use custom product pages. But what I would like to finalize is that it's very valuable to use this opportunity, as currently we're ready to create unique content based on specific ad groups we're targeting it. We're great to make not generic content, and it's really important to use this opportunity. If you have not tried to work with custom product pages, you might ask a question: what to test? So first of all, we recommend to work with value propositions. Of course, before creating specific value propositions, you are to find out how to segment the audiences. For example, if we take this case in games, in MMORPG, so you have an option to segment users by battle. methodology where you have achiever, socializer, explorer, and killer. And based on these groups, you are able to create specific value propositions and target on them. You can visualize them on CPPs and see the results. Another point I would like to pinpoint here is you can segment your audiences and run campaigns for each specific segment. In our practice, we use a methodology of 6 types of segmentations, which is demographic, psychographic, geographic. Behavioral is the one where you look at the habits of your users and make the segmentations based on them. Value oriented is the one when you understand which segments of users bring you most value as the business. And needed based, the type of segmentation where you have possibility to, for example, you have created a new feature and you definitely know the target audience of this feature, so you're good to segment audience based on the needs. um, I would like to also mention that CPP is a good partnership with seasonal updates. So I believe all of you will know that it's great to launch some winter, summer campaigns in high season promos. It's great to work with specific holidays. I would definitely recommend to work not only with New Year's Eve or St. Valentine's, or find something specific for the region, like, I don't know, St. Patrick's Day, for example. It's great to promote special offers like Black Friday, Cyber Monday. It's great to, in our practice, we try to play with words based on temperature, like freeze the prices or hot offer, for example. It's also good to implement and support global marketing strategy together with custom product pages. For example, your company initiated partnership with some influencers, so you're good to implement his face on the CPP, for example, or any other brand activities you're having. And of course, it's good to support new feature releases with the help of custom product pages. So you are to remember that custom product pages is about personalization, and personalization is the key to enriching customer experiences. And of course, some cases in this specific example, we have been working with Tonestra on creating hypotheses and designs for custom product pages. Our main goal was to maximize user engagement and drive conversions in US region. So on the top of the slide, you can see the default ad screenshots and custom product pages we've created based on the violent tuner is one of the features in the app. So firstly, we implemented the CPPs in US market as it was the target market for our hypothesis. We find out some significant performance results, and we decided to implement them in other regions. And luckily, they worked out. So as a recommendation, it's good to test the working hypothesis in different locales and see which benefits you can get from them. In addition to that, I wanted to share the Pixart feedback on using custom product pages. Pixart is one of our clients, and we work in partnership on CPPs. And specifically, Skylar's team has mentioned that they use CPPs in targeting specific audiences and highlighting new features they bring into the app, because Pixar has lots of features inside the app. As a result, you can see that the team has increased the number of visitors, started the free trial, and decreased course per trial by 50%. And of course, I couldn't leave you without the pro tips for custom product pages. In our approach, we like to use a 5 V's approach: who, what, when, where, and why. So whom you are targeting at with the help of the custom product pages, what message you would like to share, when you will be posting the CPP, and where. So do you make the CPP based on the local and cultural specifications? And of course, why. So you need, as an A/B tester, you need to know what you're doing and why. It's not necessary to start with all 35 custom product pages. It's good to test 2 or 3 to actually have a test and understand how the system works. As a case for the first custom product page, you have a possibility to use your initial product pages and simply change the value proposition or the copyright. Don't change significantly the design, or even reshuffle the screenshots to see how it will influence on the conversion. In partnership with the keywords, you have an opportunity to bring users from different subcategories. So as an A/B testing, you remember that your audience could be hidden in another subcategory. So don't hesitate and try to implement this tip with the use of keywords. And of course, by bringing more relevant traffic, you can increase the conversion rate and organic rank. And last but not least, remember that CPPs is a great opportunity to work in a more creative way. So try to make your creative self-explanatory, eye-catching, and extraordinary. Today we had some very insightful sessions regarding to creatives, so it's a good point to implement these insights in your CPP strategy. And of course, by embracing the insights on the audience, companies have an opportunity not only to catch up, but to soar up ahead. So, with the help of A/B testing, you ideate the audience even before the product is live. You can use these insights and share them with your product, user acquisition, and app store optimizations team. With custom product pages, you have an opportunity to differentiate the audience and drive user engagement and retention. And at the end, when you combine all of this, you bring mobile growth edge into your business, and you can wisely use audience insights and implement them in your strategy. Thank you for your time. I will be happy to answer your questions.
Daria, so I think we have probably some questions. Uh, what test channels other than Meta, Facebook do you recommend for the page tests? Like particularly interesting are like video networks and differences between them.
Sure. So I would say that top three channels that could be tested on our platform are Facebook, Google, and TikTok ads. So this is the ones, and I would also mention that these are the tops that were discussed today. So the main point is the need you are having. So if you would like to compare the ad channel, you are good to test it. And of course, it's also great. Like on our side, we conduct experiments where we compare how different ad banners influence the conversion. So we have an option to build the funnels where we compare how, for example, image or video creatives convert in terms of the user behavior. So yeah, it's an option to test different ad channels and use different type of ad banners and visuals to see which works best for you.
Thank you very much.